Hey friends, Neff here. Welcome to episode 5 of Let's Play Pokemon Stadium. So I successfully got my team over. So we're going to get them registered here. Thank you, Project 64, for making this mostly painless. But here's the team, bringing them all over. Got them registered so we can use them throughout all 4 of these, and probably Gym Leader Tower. The rules, pretty simple stuff. Can't use Mewtwo and Mew. Bring 6 Pokemon, you choose 3, between 50 and 55. Can't exceed 155 total. No self-destruct with your last Pokemon. Pretty simple stuff. Grab our team. We're going to dive right in. This is the Poke Cup, so it's gonna be pretty easy. I'm gonna go for a little extra time because I'm gonna be honest, we're gonna steamroll it. Even with a rental team, I'll just say in advance that Alakazam handles pretty much everybody all by himself, but even the rental, I think Kadabra has Psychic, and his stats aren't that much lower than my Alakazam. But in the Poke Cup, we're going to see a lot of first form Pokemon. So just the stat difference, like this is supposed to be like a warm-up basically for the Great Ball, Ultra Ball, and Master Ball Cups. You are going to see the animation for Psychic many times in this video. I love the name of some of these opposing Pokemon that we encounter. Little Kanzi here. It's kind of weird how the announcer pronounces his name. He pronounces it Ekans when pretty much everywhere else always says Ekans, always. Keyman sounds like a bad Mega Man villain. Unnecessary critical, always grateful for that. I tweaked the anti-aliasing settings a little bit. Things look just a little bit sharper, and it didn't generate any lag, so things will look a little bit nicer than they did in the previous episodes. So we got our first perfect. Now everything here, pretty much just Alakazam. Nothing's going to stand up to a Psychic. Maybe Magnemite or Voltorb could have held on, but I don't think so. Everything else is either weak to it or has terrible base stats. Pikachu is pretty terrible as far as base stats go. It's definitely worse than any of the starter Pokemon like Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle. Yeah, like I said, Pikachu didn't stand a chance. And then Bellsprout is part poison, so it's going to be super effective regardless. Another unnecessary critical. The critical formula in Stadium is only modified slightly from what it is in the base games. It's a little more fair for the slower Pokemon, but it's still pretty speed dependent. Alakazam's speed is like top 5 in Gen 1 as far as like non-legendary Pokemon go. If my team can't get a perfect on the Poke Cup after all the work I put into them, it's just never going to happen. Looking at that team, Drowsy is literally the only Pokemon that I think can withstand any damage. From Alakazam, at least. I know it's not going to one-shot Drowsy because he's going to resist my attack, even with my same type attack bonus and just my raw power. Drowsy's really tanky. I was hoping for literally any move that was not Hypnosis, but it's okay. Gives me an excuse to bring out a different Pokemon. Especially with the Sleep Claws. Can't have any 2 Pokemon asleep or frozen. So I know I pretty much have a safe switch here because Drowsy always wants to do Hypnosis and then Dream Eater. I will say that I'm surprised to see trainers switching this early in the run. Switching is, I hate to word it this way, but switching is more like an advanced technique by stadium standards. I acknowledge that it's a huge part of like competitive play, but the computer usually just tries to ride it out. Also really surprised with how huge Ghastly is. Fortunately, he only used Psywave, which is a terrible, terrible psychic type move. It's definitely it ranks right up there with Bide for worst gym leader present TM moves. All the other ones are good. Bubble Beam, Thunderbolt, Fire Blast, Toxic, like they're all good. But Psywave, super bad. Also sort of surprising that Machoke can know Metronome. Am I the only person that thinks that Machoke looks like a Kremling from Donkey Kong?
There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon. We're down to the last Pokemon.
Going for just a little bit of move variety here. The battle has indeed become one-sided. I know Surf would have been the safer choice because it's more accurate, but what was it going to do? Use Hypnosis and do nothing? Use Dream Eater and do nothing? It probably knows Disable too. Use Disable and do nothing? Comparing this to the fights in the other 2 cups that we did, where the levels are a lot lower and a lot more even, things are a lot more balanced because of that. So where I could only get 4 fights into an approximately 20-minute episode, now I'm able to get this whole run. So we're just mowing them over. It's one thing at level
The wild one
like
from the word go.
30 to have an unevolved Pokemon, but to be facing first forms against third form evolutions, the balance is no good. Other than maybe some early Gym Leader Tower stuff, I don't think I'll be able to get more than 4 fights in per. But I would like to keep the videos about 20 minutes each, regardless. I was just fortunate that this ran basically exactly that amount of time. Literally the one Pokemon that I don't want Gengar to go against. I brought Exeggutor just for this Rhydon.
How will this swap affect the outcome?
You just know that at level 50, it's either going to know Dig, which it obviously does, or it's going to know Earthquake.
What now?
And I certainly didn't want to switch into an Earthquake from anyone who doesn't resist it.
Sparks are flying in this battle. Vigorous attack. Super effective.
Oh, one shot.
One-hit wonder. And there goes the battle.
And there we go. There's another perfect. Round 5, and just looking at it, it's pretty obviously an Alakazam sweep. There's 3 Pokemon that take neutral damage from Psychic and 3 that don't.
Half of the tournament, things will get
But other than Butterfree, they're first forms and not going to have a high enough base stat to resist it anyway.
a psychic blast. Mighty blow. Word go.
Getting real familiar with that Psychic animation.
We might be in for a one-sided affair. Oh, it's Butterfree. How will the type difference of
Now, Butterfree's special is, as far as I know, the highest of all the bugs. So I'm not surprised that it can take a hit. I wasn't really sure how much damage to expect.
the move failed to click?
Ugh,
Fireworks
I'm glad we didn't get confused. That would have just slowed things down.
There it goes. That's a good hit. Oh, is it down and out? There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon.
Yes, Mr. Announcer, that is very true.
Oh, it's Zubat. The remaining Pokemon count is 3-1. The battle has become one-sided.
As Alakazam uses a super effective move against a Zubat and crits.
Take it down with one hit. And there goes the battle.
And that's another sweep for Alakazam. Other than when he got put to sleep by Drowsy, he pretty much has taken out everything himself. Just going to bring Exeggutor for just a little bit of coverage, just in case.
To round 6.
Cubone can learn quite a few different moves. It can learn, I don't know off the top of my head if it can learn Fire Blast, but I know it can learn Blizzard, which is interesting.
Taken
anytime they have access to moves like that can inflict sleep or freeze. I don't know. Just makes me want to get rid of them that much quicker.
How will the type difference affect that?
Squirtle's special is not nearly as good as its physical defense. It probably still would have been a one-shot without the crit, but crits are always welcome. Also, Tatarat is a great name for Rattata.
The battle has become one-sided. Wow! Harsh blow. Wow! That didn't take much.
No, that didn't take much. All right, now we just have the semifinals and the finals themselves. Three birds, three psychics.
This is it, the semi-finals. No one wants to lose having come this far.
Doduo is an underrated Pokemon. I think Doduo and Dodrio are like pretty much as cool as how Pidgeot looks. Certainly the coolest looking Generation 1 birds.
We might be in for a one-sided affair.
Yeah, you might be.
Oh, it's executed.
I know switching is what I should do here, but I just want to know like what kind of damage I'm doing to a Pokemon like this, you know?
The type disadvantage has no effect. Leech Seed. There, it's a hit.
Leech Seed's more irritating because it adds another animation and makes the rounds last just a little bit longer. I'm hoping for a crit here. If I get a crit, it'll go down. But obviously, luck was not on my side. Except it is, because we don't get put to sleep.
There's a big difference in HP.
Yes, I know. And there's the crit that I wanted last turn.
Is it down and out? There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon.
The one thing that I haven't seen Psychic do yet, mostly because it's killing things in one blow, but it hasn't lowered the target's special yet. Definitely surprised to see Slowpoke take that much damage from a resisted Psychic, though.
The crowd's excitement is building over this hot battle. How's that?
But one more Psychic. Our boy Alakazam, or girl, I won't know till I transfer it to Generation 2. But Alakazam has carried us all the way through the semifinals. We have one more match and 7 chances. Goodness, 7 chances to botch it. The naming scheme on this one is like all the Pokemon just have one letter removed from their name. Dratini has terrible stats, so this no doubt will be a one-shot. Even Dragonair has pretty bad stats.
Taken down on the word go! This is a wild one from the word go. Oh, it's Beedrill! This is a fight
The
between
poison
two
typing
different types of Pokemon.
really kills Beedrill.
A psychic blast! Whoa! Looks like a bad Pokemon choice. Down! That didn't take much. There's
The Gen 1 bugs are so cool, though.
Reserve Pokemon.
I almost feel guilty.
Oh, it's Ditto. The remaining Pokemon count is 3-1. The battle has become one-sided. There's the attack.
And one more Psychic. Almost takes it out, just barely holds on.
Wow, it transformed.
But now, let's get some move variety.
Flying in this battle.
Let's use Seismic Toss.
Seizing Toss. Yeah, it's a hit. Oh, is it down and out?
That's,
Congratulations! The champion has been decided.
yeah, the champion has been decided. 'Cause I beat up... I don't know why it has to be Old Man and not Gentleman. Maybe it's too many characters. I don't know. But we did it. We got a perfect on all 8 rounds. Next time, let's take on something harder. See you later.